Alphabetical movies are probably way down here. Did I get to see me? Joe already graduated.
You could have. I already moved away.
Oh, you're the best.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. We always have a contest. Saying that contest is
We did it amazing. I don't know if we did it wrong. We did that by barely, never.
How many kids did you have?
Want me to count?
Go ahead, do it again.
More than 300. Oh, wait. There's 400, yeah, there's 400 kids in my school. Yeah, 400 divided by 3.
Yeah, but they add something.
Yeah, I am winning. Do you know what math is? I'm starting with my school and I'm on to the next. Do you understand?
Count one row.
That's what I was going to do, but you were asking about my school.
No. Yeah. She's already had her. We prepared her for this. And after seeing CDs, I'm going to be people call me never again.
What's the yellow gold? They're cool. That's awkward, but... Sad being back. It's so crap. I think everyone's roommate. I think everyone's roommate.
Should put my binoculars. Why'd you tell me?
She has straight hair.
She's got a white.
That girl's old.
I feel like she was more of high school rather than she's so little.
I'll go shopping with you Wednesday. Said she was going to write
I'm done.
yeah.
I do.
And she writes something. The other people
Dion is like
yeah.
a couple of them have it. I think they're got past that. Actually, more like a couple. I think like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've been standing here for 2 hours.
She keeps looking over this direction. I can't tell if she notices that we're over here or not.
So windy. Kind of fun. So windy. Look at all of them. Surprised everyone's still standing. Standing for a while. I think like almost everyone has Where did it come first? What? No. It's very I know, that was his term. Oh, I see her. Oh wait, that isn't her. That isn't her. It isn't, yeah. Yeah, which means white with a blue part.
Please remain standing. Presenting the colors this evening is the Winnacunnet High School Marine Corps JROTC Color Guard. Carrying the national flag is Cadet Sergeant Haylie Lewis. Carrying the Marine Corps colors is Cadet Corporal William Silberg. They are escorted by Cadet Master Sergeant Nathan Albertson and Cadet Lance Corporal Reagan Sink. At this time, I ask Grace O'Connor, Senior Class Historian, to come to the stage to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and please be seated. Good evening, and welcome to the Winnacunnet High School graduate ceremony for the class of 2022. I want to start this evening by thanking all students, parents, staff, administration, school board, and the community for the support, flexibility, patience, and understanding that has been provided this year. What we have achieved could not have been accomplished without Winnacunnet pride and spirit. Go Warriors! We are living in very turbulent times. We continue to recover from a global pandemic while political polarization remains. There are continued reminders of social and racial injustices and senseless violence to children and adults. At this time, I ask that we take a moment of silence to extend our thoughts and prayers to all those that have been and continue to be impacted by these events. Thank you. I have hope for our future. I believe in our perseverance and warrior spirit. We may experience more pitfalls, but they will undoubtedly be outweighed by our success. We will continue to get through this together. Before I say a few words to the graduates, I would like to introduce the invited guests. Our guest speaker, Ed Garrity, Superintendent of Schools, SAU 21, Meredith Nadeau. Assistant Superintendent of Schools of SAU 21, Dr. David Hobbs. Assistant Superintendent of Schools, SAU 21, Dr. Caroline Arakalian. Business Administrator, SAU 21, Matthew Ferrara. Superintendent of Schools, SAU 90, Lois Costa. School Board members, Chair Leslie LaFond, Patricia O'Keefe, Nicole Seco, Tony Delano, and Tamara Lee. Senior Class Principal, Amy Hood. Senior Class Advisors, Gabrielle Borden and Carl Prinslao. Also, thank you to Derek Roberts for live streaming this event, and Ked Martin and Patrick Moore who provided the performances for this evening's ceremony. Thank you to the custodial staff for tonight's setup. Thank you to the class marshals who will be directing you tonight's ceremony, Taylor Boyce and Grace Farm. Thank you to the faculty and staff that have provided you the instruction and guidance to reach this point tonight. A special thank you to our retiring staff for the many years of service. We wish them the best of luck in their retirement, to Christine Carmen and Joe Lasky. We also miss Stacy Brown. We also miss Stacy Brown, Raymond Pillsbury, and Dr. Caroline Arakalian, who are also leaving us to pursue other opportunities. Congratulations to each of you, the class of 2022. Today's ceremony is an opportunity for you to relax, to reflect upon your successes, to feel proud of yourselves and your accomplishments. Congratulations are also in order for your families and friends who have been a vital part of your success. Graduates, let's take a moment to thank your family who have joined you this evening and have provided the support and guidance for you to reach this point tonight. Tonight, we recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2022 as they graduate from Winnacunnet High School. The class of 2022 has successfully completed all the graduation requirements set forth by the Winnacunnet School Board. 4 years ago, you embarked on your educational journey through Winnacunnet High School. While it may have started as expected, you could never have envisioned how challenging it would become. Overnight, you faced a world no one in our lifetime has ever experienced. As we all tried to navigate through a global pandemic, life at Winnacunnet was turned upside down. remote learning, hybrid learning, and mask learning. However, all these trials and tribulations have given you the opportunity to identify what is most important. As you continue your journey, do so with courage and determination, follow your passions, and show care and empathy. We are still facing an uncertain and complex time, and know that as you prepare to leave Winnacunnet, the strength and resiliency that you have shown will help you overcome any adversity. As you have done here, become involved and continue to make a difference by taking small actions daily. Learn and grow and be whatever you want to make of yourself. This pandemic has built a stronger you. You will be successful wherever you go. While you are leaving Winnacunnet, I know that you are well prepared to follow your path, whether it is college, career, military, or travel. As Robert Frost suggests, choose the one less traveled by. At this time, I would like the following students to stand and to remain standing until all are introduced. Please hold applause until all are standing. Haylie South, Army. Brian Reardon, U.S. Navy. Corey Clement, U.S. Coast Guard. These three young adults will be serving our country. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you for your service to our country. Class of 2022, you have made a difference, and I know that you will continue to make a difference and achieve great success. Whatever you get involved in, I urge you to do it for the right reasons. Do it because you sincerely care about it and truly enjoy it. You will have to achieve a balance in what you do, but keep in mind what the goal should be. Is it something worthwhile, and does it provide assistance to others? It is not about demonstrating what you know, but being able to demonstrate that you care. As Temple Grandin writes, the meaning of life is if something that you did made something better. As you leave Winnacunnet, continue to make a difference and be an inspiration to others. In the words of author Anne Rice, ignore any loss of nerve, ignore any loss of self-confidence, ignore any doubt or confusion, move on believing in love, in peace, in harmony, and in great accomplishment. Remember, joy isn't a stranger to you. You are winning, and you are warrior strong. Whatever course your future takes, it is my sincere hope that you will reflect upon your experiences here as having prepared you to meet and deal with the challenges that life will present. Remember your family and friends that have guided and assisted you to this point. While you may be moving away from them, they will be there in the background to support you. Stay in touch with them. Be thankful for the achievement and successes that you have achieved and the resources that you have been provided. These successes and achievements can never be taken away from you. Continue with your hard work. Your motivation, dedication, and enthusiasm will serve you well in the upcoming years and take you many places. As this evening ends, you will be stepping away from Winnacunnet. I came across this following passage in the 1960 yearbook. I edited it slightly. Winnacunnet, the beautiful place of pines, has taught us that love, truth, and beauty never cease. As storms of sadness and a global pandemic merely test our strength, while the sunlight of happiness sustains our growth, that the power of reason, the reward of sacrifice, and the joy of success are the greatest treasures known. As you leave here tonight, a part of your growth may be ending, but with lessons you have gained here, you will continue to mature in mind and continue the warrior pride and spirit. Class of 2022, you are the future, and the beautiful place of pines can be built wherever you go. Continue to dream, continue to think, and continue to do. On behalf of myself, the faculty, and the staff, I wish to each and every one of you the happiness of a productive life, the respect of your fellow human beings, and the love of your family. Best of luck, and congratulations to the class of 2022. At this time, Riley Savage, Senior Class Secretary, will come to the podium and introduce the school board chair, Ms. Leslie LaFont.
Today, I have the pleasure of introducing Leslie LaFont. Miss LaFont has been a lifelong Hampton resident with a mother who used to be a teacher at Winnacunnet. She also has a family real estate business in town known as Russell Associates. Miss LaFont has been honored to serve on the Winnacunnet School Board for over 10 years, serving as the chairperson this year. She also works closely with the Seacoast School of Technology and extended learning opportunity programs here. In addition, she is the curriculum liaison to the board and is a strong supporter of all things Winnacunnet. I would now like to introduce Leslie LaFont to the podium. Thank you.
Okay, I promised under 5 minutes, no swearing, and no crying. Calvin, start the clock. First of all, from the entire school board, congratulations to the class of 2022. You made it. At times, it wasn't easy, but no one promised you it was going to be a cakewalk. You persevered through some rough times, and with the help, guidance, love, and support of your families, friends, and faculty, you all made it. I promised. At Winnacunnet, we take pride in the fact that you had several different paths that you could have chosen to get here, whether the traditional day school on campus, through courses at SST, or the many ELO opportunities, and even the evening programs. Each of you chose the path that was right for you. Now as you embark on the next journey, every day you will have choices to make. Any of those choices will either help you, hinder you, or hurt you. Please think through each one and how it will affect your health, your priorities, and your future. Even the smallest decisions can have an impact on the biggest areas of your life. Stay true to who you are. You will most likely make mistakes along the way, as we all do. Just learn from them and move on. It's part of growing up. But there are some choices that should be universal. These are the ones that I feel everyone should make. To be kind to others and yourself. To have empathy for your fellow man and woman. To work hard to achieve your goals. To be wise and think things through before you take action. To be responsible. Learn that being accountable is the key to success, and being a responsible person is a reflection of your character. And to focus on your character, guys, not your reputation. Be happy. Choose to be happy. And above all, choose to be present. Look up from your phones and your computers. Engage with other humans, face to face. Make eye contact. Remember, as they say, strangers are only friends you haven't met. We wish you continued success. In whatever path you choose And remember, we're proud of you, we love you, and we support you now and always. Stay in touch, and best of luck, Warriors.
I now ask Claire Rademacher, Senior Class President, to come forward for the Winnacunnet salute.
I want to begin today by congratulating the class of 2022 on graduating high school. We made it 4 years with highly unusual circumstances and never lost sight of our futures. No matter how many times our Zoom screens stopped working, we did not. On behalf of our class, I want to thank our advisors, Mrs. Borden and Mr. Princelaw, for providing for our class in every way that they could. I also want to take a moment to thank all of our teachers that made this journey with us. Special shout outs to Mrs. Borden. Thank you for always being there for me during my high school career, no questions asked. And to Senora Jimenez, thank you for maintaining my love for the Spanish language and encouraging me to be a stellar student. Thank you to my wonderful family and extended family members for supporting and cherishing me throughout my life. To my mom and dad, thank you for providing for me in ways that I could never imagine and for always pushing me to be successful. Today, I am going to talk about kindness. Although it may sound cliche, it is important to often be reminded of this life lesson. I want to preface this speech by saying that I am in no way a saint, nor am I the kindest human alive. And don't get me wrong, I love my fair share of gossip. I mean, come on, I'm a teenage girl. However, I have found myself coming to terms with the idea of kindness as I begin to move forward with my future. From a young age, we are taught the golden rule: treat others the way you want to be treated. And if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. In the past year, I have noticed that these two teachings have somewhat gone out the door. Recently, our world has been lacking kindness. On the internet, there are people who make mean comments because they can hide behind a computer screen to do so. In our day-to-day lives, people no longer have nice things to say about others, nor the selflessness to do nice things without expecting anything in return. I have found these types of people to be emotionally draining. They tear others down in a bid to build themselves up. The structure they build might look fabulous on the outside. Perhaps they have many friends, get good grades, are superstar athletes, or simply look put together. But how fabulous can a structure be when it's built on a crumbling foundation of unkindness? Kindness is the foundation for a happier life. Scientifically speaking, being genuinely kind boosts the neurotransmitters, serotonin and dopamine in your brain. These neurotransmitters are involved in many processes in the body, such as digestion and heart rate, but they also control your mood and energy level. When boosted, serotonin and dopamine give your brain the feeling of happiness and satisfaction. Often, endorphins can also be boosted through kindness, which are the body's natural painkiller. The change in these hormones allows the brain to help increase self-esteem and empathy, improve your mood, and even decrease blood pressure. It also decreases cortisol, which is the brain's stress hormone. Ooh. Subsequently, boosting these neurotransmitters causes people to live healthier and longer lives. I am sure you have all experienced an act of kindness from someone that has stuck with you throughout your life because of how it made you feel. In my time at Winnacunnet, I have experienced many acts of kindness, and I'd like to share a few of them with you. I experienced kindness from Evan Parrish and Adam Seco when they consistently helped me with my work in calculus because they knew I desperately needed the support. I experienced kindness from Mrs. Borden when she wrapped her arms around me to console me when I was crying after doing poorly on my calculus final. I experienced kindness from Mr. Michaud when he would happily answer all of my endless questions about calculus during after-school help. If you couldn't tell, I struggled with calculus this year. And just those few acts of kindness allowed me to pass the class and graduate today. I experienced kindness from the girls' soccer team when I decided to try being a soccer goalie for the first time in my life while knowing next to nothing about the sport, how the sport worked. Whenever I made a save in net during practice, they cheered for me so loudly that it left a smile on my face for the entire season. I experienced kindness from Caroline Cavalier when she never failed to give me a nice compliment during our classes together. I experienced kindness from Senora Jimenez when she took the time and effort to teach an extra class just so that 3 of us could take Spanish 5. And her encouragement to me as a lower classman to continue my Spanish career led me to choose to minor in Spanish in college. She never cared how broken my Spanish sounded. She was just so happy to hear me try my best. I experienced kindness from Isabel Sununu when she always flashed a friendly smile when we passed each other in the hallways. I could go on and on about all the kindness I have experienced or witnessed here, but you would likely be here for the rest of the night listening to me. Now I want to be clear and tell you that I am not encouraging you all to be people pleasers. I bet most of you know a people pleaser, and you can see right through them. People pleasing isn't being kind out of your own generosity, it's being nice for your own benefit. What I am encouraging you to do is to be kind because you want to be. Be kind because there are a whole lot of mean people in this world who tear others down for their own gain. So my message to you all as we begin our new lives toward our futures after being classmates for many years is to be kind to others, to give people the benefit of the doubt, because you don't always know what they're going through. Have compassion, for people don't always tell everyone their story. Although being kind is rewarding, you should not just be kind to feel proud of yourself. Kindness is contagious, so spread it. As the late Princess Diana once said, carry out a random act of kindness with no expectation of reward, safe in the knowledge that one day someone might do the same for you. Thank you and good luck to you all.
Would Evan Parrish, Student Council President, come forward for the message to the class?
This one's a bit crazy, sorry. Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all doing well, and I'm happy to see you all here too. I want to start off by saying congratulations to my fellow graduates. This is a big accomplishment in our lives, and you all deserve to be congratulated for it. We all know how challenging the past couple of years have been, and you being here today shows that you never gave up. None of you backed down from the challenge, and you all came out stronger than before. The diploma you are about going to receive is a reward for your resilience and a representation of what you have achieved at your time at Winnacunnet. It represents everything that you have learned over the past couple of years, whether that is in the classroom, in a club, or on a team. Your diploma also represents all the lessons and skills you have learned. Well, it seems like yesterday that we were all gathered in the auditorium for our first day freshman year. We are soon off on our separate paths. While we all had different journeys in high school, I think that I'm safe to say that we all grew as individuals. The past 4 years have taught us lessons about ourselves, and we've been able to discover who we are. In my opinion, these lessons are more important than what you've learned in the classroom. It isn't going to matter if you remember what the Pythagorean theorem or what an ionic bond is in 5 years, and that's okay. The lessons and skills that you have learned are more important as you will be able to use these the rest of your life. I talked about it earlier, but I think that resilience is one skill that most of us can relate with. As we've all seen, high school is full of ups and downs, and a saying that I love that embodies this is you win some and you lose some. All of you have shown how resilient you are with how you responded to everything over the past 4 years, and you deserve to be congratulated for it. Life is unpredictable. You don't know what is going to come your way, but being able to push through when it gets difficult is an extremely important skill. Another lesson or skill that I think you all have is that you learned how to learn. While this sounds weird at first, you've spent the past 4 years learning a variety of subjects. While what you learned doesn't matter, the skill of being able to learn is what I hope you all take from it. You are going to spend the rest of your life learning, and I hope that your time in high school taught you how to learn, and is something that you love or will learn how to love. While I can go on about these skills, you've learned a set of skills that you acquired that will help you be successful in the future. While your diploma is a personal accomplishment, it is also an award to those who helped you along the way. We couldn't have done this without the help of others, and it's important to recognize them as well. I encourage all you to thank those who helped get you here. Your parents, friends, teachers, mentors, or anybody else who helped you in your journey. These people were there for us when we needed it. They picked us up when we fell down and watched out for us to make sure that we made sure on the right path. They gave us advice, shared their wisdom, and were good role models. We wouldn't be the people we are today without their help. It is important to recognize what they have done. Show that you're grateful for these people in your life. Write them a letter or go up to shake their hand and say thank you. Showing that you were thankful will go a long way. Going into high school, the best piece of advice that I got was from my older sister, who told me that high school is what you make of it. You get what you put in. The more that you are involved, the better the experience you are going to have. While this is a bit late to tell you all this, we can modify it so it's more applicable. Life is what you make of it. Graduating today marks an important moment where we start to make the decisions for ourselves. We're getting a clean slate, and it's up to you to make the most of this opportunity. Whatever you're doing after graduation, whether it's college, trade school, the military, or the workforce, the ball is in your court. We are taking this journey by ourselves, and it's up to you to decide your path. Going back to life is what you make of it, you get what you put in. If you put in the work, then you're going to be able to live the life that you want to live. Whatever path you take after high school, you all have the ability to be successful. I can't stress this enough. When I look out on the graduating class, I see so much potential in each of you. The question you have to ask yourself is, how much do you want to succeed? Are you willing to put in the work that it takes? I know that you all can, and that you will make the right decision when the time comes. I believe in you, and if you put in the work now, then it's going to pay off. I want to take some time to thank those who helped me. I want to thank my parents for supporting me this in my time, my siblings for always being there for me, my teachers for sharing your knowledge with me. I wish that I could thank you all individually. You all helped me in different ways. I do want to shout out Mr. Edgar, Mr. Miller, Mr. Myers, and Mr. Robinson. You all had a profound impact on me by shaping my goals and interests. Mrs. Fegan, I want to thank you for being an amazing advisor over the past 3 years. I want to thank my friends for making the past 4 years memorable. To everyone I didn't mention, I want to thank you for what you did. I'm extremely thankful for all you. I wouldn't be the person I am today without all your help, and I thank you all for that. As we turn the last page on our high school chapter, I want you to reflect on the past 4 years. Look around at your fellow graduates and think about all the fond memories you had together. These are the moments that define your high school career. I want to thank all of you for a great 4 years, and some of you for an amazing 12 years. It's been an honor to call you all my classmates. Moving forward, if you take anything away from my speech, please let it be that I believe in you and that you all have the ability to succeed. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to me. I hope you all have a great rest of your night, and I wish you all the best moving forward.
To introduce our guest speaker, I'm asking Aria Clamola, Senior Class Vice President, to come forward.
Good evening to all. It is a great honor for my fellow graduates and myself that today we are joined by a man who hardly needs an introduction. He is well known for improving school climates and helping students be leaders, and perhaps the most important to today's world, the prevention of bullying. Besides, he has spoken to youth over all 50 states, Canada, and Europe, all while having time to write a book. To think, we barely had time for our homework. Mr. Garrity is extremely loved and respected by his readers and audiences. His passion, leadership, and humor has helped him connect to youth around the world. With that being said, let me introduce none other than Mr. Ed Garrity.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here today. It's hard to believe that it was 4 years ago that I had the opportunity to welcome the first-year students to Winnacunnet High School. It was there where we talked about how important it was to live and lead your life with gratitude. And we brought your classmate, Zach Fredericks, up on stage in the auditorium to call his mom and tell her in front of all of his classmates how much he loved her. I challenged you to be yourself, to do your best, and to make a difference. And you did that. Congratulations. You learned many great life lessons here at WHS. You also learned many great lessons all the way back to the first grade. From how to tie your shoes, to how to share, how to play nice, the joy of snack and recess. Or maybe it was the life lesson that was being taught to a group of first graders that I was visiting. I walked into this first grade classroom, and sitting in front of me were 18 of the cutest little first graders you've ever seen. And the teacher said, "Class, please say hello to our special guest, Mr. Garrity." The next thing you know, 18 of the cutest little first graders you've ever seen all go in unison. "Hello, Mr. Garrity." Class of 2022, help me out. Hello. It was a lot louder when they were freshmen. And I asked them, "How are you today, class?" And they all went, "Good." And I asked them, "Does anybody have any questions?" And all the hands enthusiastically went up. And I went, "You right there." I go, "What's your name?" And this little girl went, "Kelly." "What's your question, Kelly?" "Is it true? How come?" "Well, because yesterday I just forgot." That happens to me all the time. I'll come back to it in a little bit. "You over there, what's your name?" And this little guy stands up and he goes, "Chip." "What's your question, Chip?" He goes, "Mr. Garrity, would you like to see what it is that we're doing?" I said, "Sure." Next thing you know, we walk over to the windowsill of the classroom. And we get to the windowsill, and 17 other first graders get up and follow me. And what does Chip do? He goes to the windowsill and he reaches up and he pulls down a milk carton that's been cut in half. And he holds it carefully and he goes, "Look, Mr. Garrity, look what we're doing." Center of the milk carton, halfway filled up with dirt, was this little green thing coming out of the center. Being the excited person that I am, I looked at Chip and I asked him, "Are you growing a big giant tree in there?" He goes, "No, Mr. Garrity, we're growing a flower." "Tell me, Chip, how'd you grow that flower?" He gets right into my face and he goes, "First thing we had to do, Mr. Garrity, is we had to get some good dirt. Not bad dirt, but good dirt." And his little buddy next to him went like this. Then what? He said, "Well, then everybody in the class was given one seed. And the teacher said we better not eat it because we're not getting another." So I held up that milk carton to check out for Chip's name on the bottom of it, or to see whose name was on it. But there was no name on it. And so I looked at Chip and I asked him, "Chip, is this yours?" He said, "Yes." "Well, no." "Well, which one is it?" "I'm not really sure." "You're not really sure? You mean to tell me, Chip, the 17 other milk cartons all along that windowsill, not one of them have a name on it?" "No, Mr. Garrity." "Well, then tell me, Chip, how do you know which one is whose?" He looked at me, this little first grader, and he said, "Well, we don't, Mr. Garrity. We just take care of everyone's." And his little buddy next to him quickly said, "And then we get to take them home." We all know the important lessons that were being taught to those students. In class of 2022, those lessons are just as important today, if not more important, as you continue on your journey to create and live a life that you love. No matter what community you join, they are going to be looking for people who not only stand up for their own greatness, but stand up for the greatness of others. No matter what community you get connected to, they are going to be looking for people who persevere, who are resilient, who embrace change, who live and lead their lives with gratitude. And as you heard already, who are kind, not only just to others, but to themselves. Class of 2022, Winnacunnet High School, that's you. That's you right here. My wish and my invitation and my challenge for all of you is to be that person in your community and go and make the world a better place. Congratulations. Go get 'em, Warriors.
It's my pleasure to ask Adam Seco, the class of 2022 Salutatorian, come to the stage.
It's a big act to follow. Good evening, everyone, and thank you all for being here. As I was writing this speech, I struggled to find the right words to address you all with because of everything our class has gone through and overcome. Throughout our high school careers, we've seen a global pandemic, a steady rise in gun violence, a superheated political climate, and much more. At first, it seemed like an insurmountable task to derive a positive message from all of these challenges. However, one quote I found from Albert Einstein really spoke to me. He said, "Adversity introduces a man to himself." If this quote doesn't encapsulate my, and I'm sure many of your times here, then I don't know what does. Between when I last saw you all in 2020 and when we finally came back together in the spring of 2021, there was a momentous shift in the attitudes and character of many of you sitting here today. I too am one of these people. Before sophomore year, I hadn't really seen any great struggles in my life. There were challenges, of course, but nothing that forced me to take a long look at myself and wonder who I was as a person. As the world fell apart around us, I began to think a lot about existential things. What are my values in life? Who are the people I want to spend my time with? And perhaps most importantly, what am I going to make of my life? Through pondering these big life questions, a lot changed. I came out, I became more of an activist and began advocating for what I believed in. I improved as a leader and became more aware of how my actions affect others, and I grew a lot closer with many of my friends. In fact, a lot of those friends played a big part in my growth. Whether it was talking on the phone for hours, going on random walks, having backyard campfires, or doing online school on my friend Felix's porch in the freezing cold, I was relying on those friends to be there for me and to not allow me to give up amidst all of the struggles we faced together. I'm sure many of you had similar experiences. I had always loved to see others on Zoom doing school with siblings or friends, or once we were hybrid, seeing some of you here and hearing how things were going. Along with the things I'd said before, this camaraderie and solidarity allowed me to connect on a much deeper level with my passion, which is dance. Dancing quickly became an outlet for my frustration with the world, and the pain that often embodied our experiences through the past 2 years. One specific moment I'll always remember is the first time I stepped on stage last year. The rush of excitement and emotion that I felt at that time is truly indescribable. And without all of the challenges leading up to that moment, I don't think it could have ever happened. I really hope that many of you have felt something like this before or will soon. That feeling of overcoming adversity and achieving a goal against all odds is what drives us as humans and fuels the flames of passion that dictate the course of our lives. When we returned, my outlook was greatly shifted. Through this new lens, I saw the great shifts in all of your actions as well. I saw you become more open and accepting of others. I saw you rekindle old friendships that had been lost in our time apart. I saw you to work harder to achieve loftier goals. And I saw us all become more connected as a group than we ever had been before. I can't speak for everyone, but in almost every single one of my classes this year, the teachers and students all felt equal. That knowledge that we all understood each other's struggles allowed me and many I know to be more authentic to ourselves, and I hope feel safer with each other. There was one time this winter during my English class that I think really exemplifies this message. It was a Friday at 8 a.m., which is first block for those of you who don't know. And everyone was just really tired and no one was in the mood to write their giant essays. So instead of forcing ourselves to push through, we all took one class at the beginning of a day to just rant about what was bothering us and what we needed in our lives. People shared big things, but people also shared the smallest of annoyances. No matter what, we were sharing with each other, and I think that is very important. All in all, I'm very proud of how much progress we've made as a class. As we all go our separate ways in the fall and follow the various paths that we'll all follow, I implore you not to forget what you've gone through in this place. I know it may be challenging at times, and sometimes you may want to forget all of the difficulties that you went through. But I truly believe that all of our experiences these past 4 years have been valuable. And through their remembrance, we can stay grounded and connected, not only as a class, but as a generation. I think in particular, this senior class is more connected than almost any that have reached this point before, and most likely more than most that will in the future. I have no doubt that some people in this crowd today will end up changing the world, perhaps sooner than we think. Some of you, when you walk away from today, will remember high school as one of the best times in your lives. Others, when you walk away, may remember it as one of the worst. But perhaps this time, we don't need to think about it like that. For once, let's walk away taking the lessons we've all learned and use them to forge ahead into the great unknown. Thank you all for listening, and happy graduation.
My great pleasure to introduce Isabel Sununu, class of 2022, Valedictorian.
Feedback is crazy. Hello and good evening. It's an honor and a privilege to be here today as a valedictorian of the class of 2022. We've already heard a lot said today about how great these past few years were, and also how challenging it was to have almost half of our 4 years here affected by the pandemic. Every graduate of Winnacunnet's class of 2022 here today is proof of just how resilient this group of students can be. With this opportunity to say a few words, I want to point out just a couple of the things I have learned during my time at Winnacunnet. Take advantage of the resources you are offered. Never stop looking for the opportunities that inspire you. And John Steinbeck shouldn't have been a writer. But most of all, what I have found is that there is nothing so great as learning itself. I found my passion in pursuing knowledge and always trying to understand just one more thing. English, Latin, science, history, art, and math. In each one of these subjects, I found something worth knowing and something worth mastering. To all of my teachers across the last 4 years, I want to express my heartfelt thanks for showing me the wonderful things that come from learning something new every day. Each of us here will leave Winnacunnet with our own unique perspective about our time in high school. Each one of us had our own experiences, took different classes, and met different people. Many of us have ended up with different friends than we started with freshman year, and we will all look back with varying degrees of fondness. But these oftentimes strange and unique experiences are what make our class special. Keep this in mind moving forwards, because the acknowledgement of perspectives is a skill that is useful for a lifetime. I'd like to emphasize the simple idea of carpe diem. To seize the day is to take advantage of the moments you are in and always take another step forwards, towards the future that you dream of. I implore you all to use your experiences out from Winnacunnet, from your time at Winnacunnet to your advantage, and to look towards this future with pride and excitement for the opportunities yet to come. Thank you so much to the faculty, staff, and administrators for your continued dedication, and thank you especially to all of our families who have supported us on this journey so far. Best of luck to you, all of you, in the coming years, and congratulations to our class of 2022.
At this time, I ask Patrick Warren, the Chamber Singers, to come forward.
It's pretty hot, so I don't know if you put it on. Yeah. Oh, good. Believe the choice.
It all begins. I'm seeing my life for the very first time through a different lens. Yesterday, I didn't understand. Driving 35 with a rocket inside, didn't know what I had. No other ways to live my life the way I need. I'm gonna run, no, I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna know what it means to live and not just be alive. The world's gonna hear, 'cause I'm gonna shout. And I will be dancing with circumstances, drown my music out. Say I won't. Not enough is what I've been told, but it must be a lie, 'cause the spirit inside says I'm so much more. So let them say what they want, oh I dare them to try. I'm gonna run, no I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna know what it means to live and not just be alive. The world's gonna hear, 'cause I'm gonna shout. And I will be dancing with circumstances, drown the music out. Say I won't, say I won't. that gives me strength. So keep on saying I won't, and I'll keep proving you wrong. I'm gonna run, oh, I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna know what it means to live and not just be alive. This world's gonna hear, 'cause I'm gonna shout, and I will be dancing when circumstances drown the music out. Say I won't, say I won't, say that I won't, say I won't, say I won't. Oh, 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 say I won't.
Adam Michael Seco. Julia Lillian Edgar. Christine Louise Girardi. Emily Maureen Grisefa. Hannah Grace Kelly. Evan Gregory Parrish. Haylie Allison Quinlan. Vanya Gabrielle Ramadan. Kylie Johanna Savage. Isabel Catherine Sununu. Calvin Owens Duffy. Layla Mackenzie Husson. Aria Vegas Plamola. Grace Kathleen O'Connor.
Claire Daphne Rademacher. Amatala Abdelhamid. Emily Nicole Adams. Matthew John Alkire. Hannah Elizabeth Allen. Joseph Gramza Allen. Ashton Allen Almeida. Lucas Alexander Alonzo. Alicia Arujo. John Henry Alexander Adrzoni. Rachel Elizabeth Bagley. Joseph Anthony Barreo. Emily Frances Barnes. Matthew Paul Barrett.
Owen Walter Bateman. Kelsey Ray Bellavance. Catherine Victoria Bellucci. Anastasia Aline Black. Connor Dane Blaisdell. Colby David Alexander Blaisdell. Shay Lynn Bugrad. Catherine Rose Bonashow. Brianna Lee Bodrin. Jason Eric Fowley Jr. Ella Renee Boyle. Janelle Gail Brady. Zachary James Brassel. Blake Matthew Brousseau.
Sean Michael Brown. Christopher Michael Capizzuto. Casey Brian Carter Jr. Alexis Jean Cassetta. Laughlin Thomas Caulfield. Caroline Lee Cavalier. Grace Catherine Charwat. Hunter James Chase. Nadia Nadakan Chechko. Jacob Allen Chalfie. Dominic John Cipolo. Natalie Ann Clark. Corey Joseph Clement. Gavin Edward Coates.
Penelope Wren Colner. Christopher Wilmont Colella. Jaden Richard Collins. Liam Thomas Considine. Brooke Anna Catherine Cooper. Brian Thomas Crowley. Grace Ann Courier. Nicole Dietrich Anderton. Austin Riley David. Max Joseph Delaney. Miles Noble DiNardo. Amanda Ray Devone. Elise Doherty. Grace Lillian Doyle.
Emma Elizabeth Dumont. Ethan Kevin Durant. Brenna Lee Emmons. Christina Cassandra Dwiputra Sumalong. Hayden Richard Eaton. Joseph Nicholas Enright. Aiden Michael Felch. Nicholas Robert Fernandez. Mason Amelia Ferry. Aaron Joseph Fischera. Gage Robert Franklin. Dylan Gregory Frazier. Zachary Thomas Fredericks. Andrew Michael Frenette.
Jada Madden Fuller. Julia Eileen Furlong. Elise Marie Gaffney. Edja Lee Gallant Colbert. Elijah Michael Garofalo. Jack Michael Foster Gordon. Dominic Campitelli Gould. Ronald Pierre Gurgeot III. Alexa Madison Guzzi. Rachel Marie Granigan. Bronson Ellis Brew. Chelsea Renee Guptill. Gushy. Joseph Hackett.
Logan Christopher Hodge. Brady John Hansen. Colin John Harrington. Ellie Noreen Hardy. Lindsay Morgan Hepburn. Madison Eileen Hiltz. Hunter David Douglas Holland. Hunter James Janados. Emily Inez Janvrin. Emily Catherine Jeffrey. John Henry Jost. Nash Powers Kelly. Palin Elizabeth Kelly. Colin Stewart Kimball.
Robert King. Cooper Thomas Canali. Cade Reese Labonte. Marissa Sua Lambert. Aiden Caleb Lang. Joseph Richard Larrabee. Kaylee Marie Leary. Logan Michael Lejeune. L. Francine Littlefield. Elizabeth Madison McDonald. Thomas Henry McDougall. Camden Scott McCarty. Quinn Paul McNeil.
I'm right here. I'm right here. I'll take it.
Matthew Claude Majori.
Nice job.
Which ones do I give you this?
Yeah. Sure. Thank you. Nice job. Thank you.
Sage Madison Caron Hyerorox Marquis.
Dean Edward Marks. Brandon Cole Matheson. Jack James McCann. Levon Gregory McCann. Tucker Carl McCann. Dennis Griffin Connor McCarthy. Benjamin Patrick McClelland. Aiden Michael Mackerlane. Riley Nicole McKenna. Colin William McLean. Ryan Alfred McOsker. Sebastian Mears. Alexander Michael Manas.
LeBron Jordan Miller. Haylie Olivia Manassian. Ty Edward Mitchell. Noah Michael Molnar. Ryan Joseph Mooney. Sophia Ann Moore. Ashley Yarisbel Morales Almeida. Hernani Tome Valcarcel Morera. Anna Elizabeth Murray. Ryan John Murray. Anderson Sydney Myers. Jackson Harris Nardone. Ella Jane Novak. Brooke Elizabeth Nydam.
Mackenzie Lee O'Brien. Abhinesh O'Connor. Skylar Jill Vicky O'Donnell. Malia Margaret O'Hara. Griffin Bailey O'Keefe. Rydeen Rose Olafson. Aiden Sullivan Owens. Zebulon Isaac Page. Olivia Marie Palladino. Daniel Michael Passero. Daniel Ryan Penniman. Nolan John Perkins. Jasper Gabriel Pimentel. Madison Grace Poirier.
Landon Michael Pouliot. Connor Stewart Powers. Caroline Silva Prada. Jacob Frederick Prunier. Jeffrey Scott Rawson. Ryan George Reardon. Sydney Brian Reardon. Cody Russell Wayne Reed. Samantha Barbara Reed. Keith Jessica Riga. Daniel James Regini. Nina Ray Rinaldi McDonough. Brooke Caitlin Rio. Hannah Marie Ritchie.
Samuel Baron Roby. James Robert Robillard. Tessa Rose Robin. Balin Clifton O'Neill Rogers. Catherine Elizabeth Rosa. Jasmine Brielle Rowe. Devonte Jerome Ruffin. Kayla Renee Southfield. Peyton Jason Saltmarsh. Eva Rose Sanborn. Soviet Chang. Daisy May Savage. Taylor May Savage. Samuel Michael Scribner.
Damon James Shea. Karen Barbara Shea. Sean Thomas Sigmund. Braden Wayne Silver. Alexandra Rain Samard. Gabriella Starr Samard. Tyler Jacob Simone. Hope Marie Sinclair. Madison Lee Slamman. Ruby Claire Snell. Kobe Jondell Solis. Haley Brianna South. Christian William St. Jean. Leland Stanley Stevens.
Shannon Judith Swain. Maya Ray Tabor. Cole Smith Tallis. Felix Mateo Terracina. Miguel Teixeira. Joseph Jeremiah Texera. Kyle Stephen Tilley. Gino Thomas Tyrone. Madeline Elizabeth Torres. Shane Allen Twombly. Juliana Svetnov. Sophia Lynn Vatsipoli. Malia Gabrielle Wade. Austin David Warner.
Trevor Joseph Weinhold Mayo. Nathan Presley White. Addie Bell Wixon. Dylan Arnold Wilbur. Connor Joseph Wine. Miley Grace Winnis. Gavin Kenneth Wood. Jackson Wolves. Nico John Zano. Ken Zhao.
Okay, we're getting very close. Couple things. Teachers, would you please exit to form the receiving line?
right, class of 22, please stand. This is your big moment. Grab those tassels and move them across.
This has been fun. Bye! What did you It's okay, just like, just like, yeah, just Hey, we did it, bro.
I love everyone.
I started crying.
I know, I'm trying not to
Do you want to
Wow.
I know.
I'll do it too. Oh yeah. I should have been heartless and went to.
Second is
Don't hate us for it.
my hair is.